G'day guys and welcome back to Jans_Gaming for another Dokkan Battle video. So for today's video I thought it'd be a good time to go through and just sort of have a breakdown of all of the summonable EZA units that we are going to be getting throughout this anniversary that is literally 3 weeks away, not even. So throughout the 3 parts of the anniversary we'll get 2 summonable EZAs in each, and during part 1 we have the 2 being the physical Vegito and then the STR Super Boost. So Vegito, honestly, if you've read his kit before, he is a little bit lackluster, so a bit disappointing with him there, but we'll have a look at him now. So his leader skill does just go up to the 3 key 170%. For his super attack effect, he causes immense damage to enemies and raises allies' attack and defense by 30% for 1 turn. Not a bad super attack effect, but definitely could have been better. So for his passive, his damage received from normal attacks is minus 80% and counters with tremendous power. So obviously he is a killer for if you can keep him out of the way of being super attacked. But that is the big risk with this guy. His defense plus 150% from the start of turn, and then his attack is plus 20% with each attack received up to 120%. So he also gets a medium chance, which is a 30% chance of performing a critical hit, and key plus 1 up to 3, defense plus 30 up to 90%, and chance of performing a crit plus 10% every time this character receives an attack 3 times in battle. So he can get up to 240% defense. The key's not really going to be an issue because he's got those really common sort of fusion unit links, but they definitely didn't give this guy enough. If you see here, he gets the 30% extra damage reduction against normals there, and he gets the defense start of turn. But I think the numbers are honestly just too low. You look at the super attack effect, all we got was the extra 30% defense for the allies. Maybe if that had been across 2 turns, this guy would have had a lot more usability. But the crit doesn't do. Like, crit's going to boost his counters up a little bit, but when you have a look at the damage that he can get up to, it is, yeah, building up to 120% attack at the start of turn. It's just not enough. This guy was definitely undertuned, and yeah, a bit unfortunate that we didn't get a more powerful EZA for a Vegito unit, considering how few and far between Vegito units have been at this stage. So the second unit that does get their EZA during the celebration is the STR Super Boost, so part 1 obviously. So the transformation boost category gets the 3 key 170 from his EZA. He greatly raises attack for 1 turn, causes immense damage, and greatly lowers attack and defense. So a bit of Super Battle Road versatility there. For his passive, you got the key plus 1 attack and defense plus 120%, raises defense by a further 120%, or up to 120%. The more HP remaining, the greater the boost. He also gets an additional attack and defense plus 60% when attacking, plus an additional 60% defense within the same turn after receiving an attack. So it's a bit undertuned, but you got to consider the fact that you are only in this Super Boo stage for the first 4 turns, and then you do get that transformation off. So I don't think this guy being a little bit undertuned is the end of the world, just because a couple of his transformations are super powerful. So transforms at the start of the 5th turn, goes into Boo Piccolo. If you're below 49% and below, goes into Boo Tanks between 50 and 79, which is the absolute worst case situation. And then we've got the Ultimate Gohan turns into Boohan between 80 and 100%. So you can switch that up here. As you can see, Boo Piccolo, he gets the greatly raises defense for 1 turn. Great super attack effect. You get that 50% buff. He recovers 15% HP at the start of the turn. He massively, raises defense for 1 turn. I thought that seemed a little bit odd. So he gets a 100% defensive buff. For his passive, recovers 20% HP, gets the attack and defense 140% start of turn. Also gives 3 key and 40% defense, which is awesome. We love key and defensive support. Then reduces damage by 50% as the first or second attacker in the turn, which again, awesome because we love damage reduction. Then gets defense plus 60%, all allies attack plus 40%, and chance of performing crit plus 8% as the third attacker on a turn. So you definitely rather be running him in slot 2, I would think, depending on the slot, well, I guess the unit you got next to him, but he could definitely work as a slot 1 unit. He then recovers 10% HP at the end of the 6 turns from the start of turn. So a bit of extra healing in there is pretty handy. As we switch to the Boo tanks, causes immense damage, lowers attack and defense, and seals supers. So when you consider that you can only transfer form at the 5th turn, it's no good. Recovers 10% HP, key plus 1, attack and defense plus 180, and defense 140, plus an additional attack and defense 80% when attacking, and then an additional 80% attacking defense when the target enemy is attack defense down. Key plus 1, 80% defense, and great chance of launching additional super for the 6 turns. So not crash hot. You're not going to be able to get a lot of use out of that guy. And honestly, if you did manage to pull him out, I'd probably restart the whole run because it's just not going to help you whatsoever. Buhan, on the other hand, is definitely very useful. So as you can see, he greatly raises his attack and defense for 3 turns, so that's the 50% boost. We've seen a lot of units in the past really benefit from that super attack effect. It's a really good one. So he recovers 12% HP, key plus 2, and attack and defense plus 180, so a lot higher start of turn number there. Also raises defense by up to 120%, again, more HP the better. Plus an additional 80% when attacking, and launches an additional attack that has a high chance of becoming a super. So you can get that triple super turn, which is great when you consider that he is greatly raising attack and defense for the 3 turns. He also has a great chance with the 70% of guarding all attacks for 6 turns from the start of battle. So 70% chance is really good, and then from the 7th turn you will have a high chance, which is the 50% chance. So this guy's EZA far better than the Super Vegetos. The only issue with him is that you are there's going to struggle for teams to run this guy on. I don't think he has a 200% at this point. So then when we jump into part 2, we've got the 2 Goku EZAs, the first of which is the Spirit Bomb Absorbed Goku. Now, a lot of people sort of fell off liking this guy, but I actually really like his EZA. He's a Super Saiyan's 150% lead. That's pretty irrelevant leader skill wise, but on his 12 key greatly raises attack and defense and causes colossal damage. Then on his 18 key, he's got an insane 18 key super attack effect. It does a little bit of everything, so he gets the greatly raised attack and defense for 1 turn, causes mega colossal damage, and lowers enemy attack and defense and seals super. So Super Battle Road, this guy's got a great super attack effect there, and if you can build him towards additionals, you are able to get those multiple greatly raised attack and defense, which can be huge for this guy. So his attack and defense started turn 159%, which is not a bad number. Randomly changes key spheres of a certain type to rainbow key spheres. He then gets an additional 2 key per rainbow key sphere obtained. The additional attack and defense plus 10% per key sphere obtained. So he is a nuking unit. He gets an additional attack and defense plus 7% per Super Saiyan category ally attacking in the same turn. And then he also has the chance of performing a critical hit plus 7% and reduces damage by 7% per rainbow key sphere obtained. So very regular that you're going to be able to get this guy sort of 3 or 4 rainbow key spheres, putting you at 21 to 28% damage reduction. You get that in crit also. Add that in if you're able to get, say, 10 orbs. That's an additional 10% attack and defense. And you get the super attack. If you're running the Super Saiyans team, you're getting an even higher buff there. So, given this guy is an orb changer after he supers, can be reasonably reliable defensively, I think he's an awesome floating option on a lot of these pure Saiyan teams, and especially when you add into the fact that he does share a full 7 out of 7 links with the with the Super Saiyan 3 Goku and Super Saiyan 2 Vegeta. So I definitely like what they did with this guy's EZA. We do have quite a few Super Saiyan Goku options, but this guy's got a bit of versatility in what he's able to do on the team. So the next EZA that we get is the Blue Kaioken Goku. So he gets the full 173 key for reps of Uni 7 and Universal Survival Saga. He gets a greatly raised attack, which if you see here was already there, but what we do get is a 30% defensive raise for one turn. For his passive, he gets an attack and defense plus 159%, and the real big booster for him is that he guards all attacks and launches an additional attack that has a high chance, so a 50%, of becoming a super attack for 5 turns when there is a Universal Survival Saga category enemy or ally attacking in the same turn. So one that you're going to have very often, because the main reason that you want to utilize this guy is because of his active skill. So you're always going to have Universal Survival Saga units around him. So getting that turn guard for the first 5 turns while he gets built up is definitely going to be really, really handy. So we get an additional attack and defense plus 10% with each attack received, up to 59%. So 6 attacks, not great. We don't really like units that do need to get attacked to get built up, but still, he will have that guard to help with that. He also gets an additional 59% attack when performing a super, additional 59% attack, and attacks effective against all types when performing a super, and HP is below 59% there. So clearly you can see that he is very offensively orientated still. And then he's got that massive super active skill, which causes ultimate damage and raises all allies' attack by 30% for one turn. And because he does greatly stack attack, that can absolutely demolish bosses. So the active can be activated when HP is 59% or less, with another 3 or more reps of Universe 7 on the team. So pretty easy condition if we do get some more buffs for the reps of Universe 7 team and the Universal Survival Saga team. So the one that everyone is waiting for is the Blue Fusions. Super hyped that we're getting these EZAs at the end of the celebration in part 3. It's just a really good way to close out the anniversary. So for our super leads here, we do go up to the full 3 key 170% for them. So in base, we raise attack and infinitely stack, and then raise defense for one turn, causing colossal, and the same attack, the exact same effect for 18 key, except we're going to be greatly raising defense for that one turn and causing mega colossal. For our passive, we get the attack and defense 140. Key plus 4 in defense plus 100% when attacking, so definitely we don't want to be throwing these guys in slot 1 here. Launches an additional attack that has a great chance, which is as you can see here, is the 70% of becoming a super as the first or second attacker, so second ideally. Launches an additional attack that has a great chance of becoming a super. Launches an additional attack and has a great chance of evading, so dodging. So another 70% chance there as the third attacker in a turn. So also transforms from the fourth turn. Nothing changes there, but they've just given this guy a little bit of extra defense in his base. The main thing that you want to look at here is the fact that he's transforming. You get that transformation off easily at turn 4, and Vegito becomes a bad man. So as you can see here, we get the greatly raises attack and defense for one turn on his 12 key, and then greatly raises defense for 3 turns on the 18 key super, which is pretty insane because, as you can see, that's the 50% buff there, and considering how many supers this guy can do, that all adds up very, very quickly. So, passive. As you can see, he evades enemy super attack for one turn after the transformation, so he gets every dodge, which is absolutely busted. He gets an attack and defense plus 150%. Key plus 5, launches additional super attack and has a medium chance of launching an additional super attack as the first or second attacker in the turn. He then gets key plus 7, launches an additional super attack and a great chance of evading attacks as the third attacker, so these guys work amazingly as floaters, these two blue fusions. We get an additional key plus 1 up to 5, and then attack and defense up to 22%, up to 88% with each attack performed. then launches an additional super attack when activating the active skill or key is 24. So you can build this guy up super quickly, especially if you are utilizing him in slot 3, getting off a ton of super attacks. Yeah, the damage output that these guys can put up is absolutely insane. So the active skill, we got the final Kamehameha, and we greatly raise attack temporarily and causes ultimate damage to the enemy. That can then be activated when there's only one enemy whose HP is 50% or less, starting from the next attacking turn after transforming. So a bit of a finisher in that regard, but yeah, I'm sure you can see from that this guy pours on a lot of attacks and does a lot of damage with those attacks. So his counterpart, the STR Gogeta, obviously also gets his EZA. He is the final trump card Fusion 170% leader, has the exact same super attack effects as the Vegito. For his passive skill, we've got the 140% attack and defense, key plus 4 in defense, 100% when attacking, launches an additional attack that has a great chance of becoming a super as the first or second attacker, so again, slot 2 ideally, and then launches additional super attack and has a great chance of evading as the third attacker. So again, as a floater is where you're going to really get your bread and butter from this STR Gogeta. So when he goes into blue, which again is at turn 4, we have the exact same super attack effects again, so those 50% defensive buffs are really, really big. As a part of the passive, we've got that one turn of guaranteed dodge, which is again huge. We've also got attack and defense plus 150% start a turn, key plus 5 for free, which is insane. Launches an additional 2 attacks, each of which has a medium chance of being 30% of becoming a super attack, and attacks effective against all types as the first or second attacker in a turn. So in slot 2, I'm sure you can imagine the insane damage he's going to be doing there. So he gets key plus 7, launches additional super attack, and has a great chance of evading as the third attacker. As I mentioned before, makes them awesome floaters. Plus an additional key plus 1 up to 5, and attack and defense up to 88% with each attack performed. Performs a critical hit when activating the active or key is 24. So probably not as good as the guaranteed extra super because we love those defensive raises in one turn, but still, this guy is going to be absolutely pouring in the damage. So for his active skill, we've got the ultimate Kamehameha, and that again greatly raises attack temporarily and causes ultimate damage to the enemy. The exact same as Vegito with the conditions, it can be activated when facing one enemy whose HP is 50% or below, so as the finisher. So that's the 6 EZAs that we're going to be getting throughout the anniversaries for summonable units. Let me know down below which of them you're most excited for. Personally, you can't go past the 5th year anniversary units. So thank you all for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you want to keep up with the content, and hopefully I'll catch you all on the next video.